welcome back everyone. My name is Dustin, and this is just a little recap video that I want to go over some things that I've been working on. I actually did a huge refactor, and that's what we're going to go over in this video. The reason why I want to go over it, we'll talk about it shortly. It was a large refactor, so if you haven't looked at the code or the repo recently, I would go and grab it because there's a lot of changes that clean up the code and make it function a lot better. All right, so let's actually get into this refactor. So what we have here is the huge refactor. That's what I call that's the description name. So what we do is we change the namespace style. So if we check this out here, let's go to the first actual, it doesn't really matter which one, right here. So instead of being this Scion core like that with the underscore and everything capital, I changed it to Scion core like this. So just in case you want to just have Scion on its own or core on its own. And I did that for every single one. So every single one that was changed. And that makes it a lot cleaner. And then another thing I did was if we come up here and then I removed the need for overlaid ports for Box2D VC package. So we're still using Box2D 2.4.2 version because that is the C++ API. Now I like the C++ API. That's just the way I like how it flows. But the C API has more to it, more features. It's more feature rich. It's supposed to be better for multi-threading. So eventually we're going to have to switch over to the C API, but for now I still want to keep it at 2.4. So what I did, instead of doing the overlays for VC package, because that's kind of a pain to set up for others, we actually now use fetch content. So if we go down here to the physics, where is it? Right. The physics project, there's the editor. Lots of changes here. So physics here in the CMake, what we're doing here is we're fetching the content. So we're fetching Box2D directly from the Git repository and we're getting this tag. So we're using the 2.4, or if you want, you can use 2.41 or whatever one that you want to use. And then we need to make it available, okay? And that's what we're doing. And we did the same thing with IamGUI because SDL2, for some reason, for IamGUI was removed for the backends from the VC package. It's no longer there. So what I did was did the same thing with IamGUI. However, I did it here in we have a CMake folder itself. Right here. I added this IamGUI CMake, which basically does the same thing. It fetches the content for us and it does everything we need, and we're using SDL2. And that's what we're using right now. We're still using SDL2. And the reason why I did it this way, and when we removed all this third-party stuff is removed. We don't have this anymore. All this port stuff is gone. And this makes it easier for us to actually use. We don't have to do all that fancy stuff with changing files in your VC package. We can do it all with fetch content, okay? That worked exactly how I want. And the reason why I added this one to its own file rather than to like the editor is because the crash reporter also uses IamGUI. So I wanted to just do it there. So if we go to our main CMake list, now we removed, where is it? No, I don't want to go to the crash reporter one. Where's our main? This one right here. So the main CMake list. So now we don't care about this anymore. We remove that. We don't need to find the Box2D package anymore because we're fetching it. And then down here, we need the CMake. We need to make it available before the editor and before the crash reporter. Okay, so that has been changed. And all this stuff has been removed from the README. We don't need that anymore. So everything's already been pushed and it's ready to go. So the reason why I did all these refactoring, and also if you take a look at the core CMake list, we're no longer doing all these file names like this. We're now doing globs. So we're doing globs to make it, I think this is much cleaner way to do it. And then we can just have our common source like this. And then the only problem with when you are globbing, if you add a new file, you have to come and change your CMake file a little bit so it knows to recheck. Because if you don't change it, if you don't like just do a space or something, it doesn't recheck to make sure there's new files in these sources. So it's actually a good thing. And I cleaned these all up, and I did the same thing for the editor. And I'm probably going to go and make the other ones. The other ones have less files. The core has the most, and then the editor has a lot. So we clean those up. And another thing that I did in the editor here, I actually separated the includes or the headers from the source. Now, previously I had them all mixed together, but I think this is a lot cleaner to put all your header stuff in the include folder and then all of the source stuff as your source. See, this has all been removed and it's much cleaner. And then what we did there, here in the CMake list, we did the same thing. We removed all of these extra files and we're now just globbing them nicely and cleanly. All right. So, okay. Now, the reason why I wanted to do that, it has to do with the poll. So I made a poll here and I'm about to do a new video for the JadeiteLite video player tutorial. And I asked if you want to do the SDL2 or the SDL3 because I was asked in what as a comment, are we going to start getting into SDL3? And JadeiteLite, since it's its own project, so if we take a look at JadeiteLite really fast, right here, JadeiteLite, this is what we're going to be using for tutorials from now on. I'm still going to do some engine stuff, but most tutorials where I'm teaching a topic is going to be here, and then we don't have to worry about where it goes in the engine. So I was asked if I'm going to do some SDL3 stuff. So right now, the master is in SDL2, it still uses SDL2. However, I was able to make a SDL3 migration. So this actually runs SDL3. So this one is done in SDL3. So I asked here in the poll if we want to do SDL2 or SDL3. So SDL3 actually had the most. So this is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be closing the poll shortly. So just make sure you get your vote in, just so I know. However, it looks like SDL3 is the one that we're going to be doing. And SDL3 mixer, it's completely different. Now I already have it working, so I just have to make the video for it now. But it's completely different and needs a complete different overhaul. So what the whole point of this huge refactor is I'm actually going to be refactoring the engine to use SDL3. And that's going to be a huge video. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in watching a whole refactor video where I refactor the entire engine from SDL2 to SDL3. And that will be I already have my main engine doing that. However, I would love to go over it in a video for you guys. Okay, so that's it for this video. This video was just going over some of the refactoring that I have been doing and the poll here. So look out for this. We're going to be doing the SDL3 version of the video player. Now I have two versions of the video player. I already have the SDL2 one working and I do have the SDL3 one working now, but I need to actually make the videos. So let me know which ones you want. Also, make sure to check out the JadeiteLite project here, and it has SDL2 and SDL3. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Both of them are working for Linux. Also, I actually got this working for Linux as well. So I made some changes for the Scion here. So if we go to Scion2D, I made some changes, like there was missing format arguments, and I was having some issues with opening file dialogues, so tiny file dialogues in Linux. There's a lot of things that are much more strict on the Linux side or GCC. MSVC will actually let things go, and I won't even know their errors until I move over to my Linux PC and start trying to build, and I find all these different errors. So the Linux build is working. I just tested that this morning. Let me know if you're a Linux user. Let me know if you're having any issues or if you find anything. Now it is building and it has a lot of errors, or not errors, a lot of warnings, but it still works, okay? So that's it for this video. All right, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. And in the next video, we're actually going to be creating the video player using SDL3 and SDL3 mixer. All right, take it easy.